And we are ready to go at the MCG. Johnny Barnes and Matthew Capuano with the opening centre bounce honours, and Capuano first blood, and he went again. Johnson, though, getting help from Blumfield, and they are away, the Bombers. Caracella, Motlop did pretty well, but well done Caracella in the end. He also had trouble getting anything decisive. Shannon Grant versus Mercedes, well wrapped up. Blumfield, though, gets the pass in. It's a good kick. They could have ravelled and Hurd and Lucas.
Well, problem here, Hardo, because Lucas is...
Here he is then, Scott Lucas. Real chance for the Bombers to get first blood. You can see it go sailing right through the middle. What a start.
It's been magnificent for him this year, Peter Bell. Just continues to win the ball. Averages 11 handballs a game. McCartney from half-back. A centering kick. Oh. Barnes. What a season he's had. He's just added so much to the Bomber lineup. Enjoying his best ever season. James Hurd licks the fingers and takes the mark.
He did too. He had time almost to anticipate it.
James Hurd, 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. The Roar will tell the story.
Oh, he's good.
The young man from North Broken Hill, taken by Archer, pumps the ball back. Inside 50, a juggle mark. Not paid that time by Kelthorpe. Pulled Hardwick off the ball. Harvey goes to ground. Hardwick got a shove in the back, and it was just shoveled out that time by Fletcher. So the Bombers, with these runners coming from everywhere, Jason Johnson pumps it to Barnes, playing the kick in front of the play, not behind the play, in front of the play. They'll rocket the ball forward. Look at Johnson. He's come down from half back, kicks to the square. This could bounce through. Magnificent. Well, the Bombers are so good at getting back. They've got a lot of hard runners and they've got physical size. Big fist there came from Wallace from behind at ground level. Lucas, and because they've got these big key forwards, they can play up the ground as well, and you can still have likes of Mercury back, who great hands then, never really fumbled, he was held. Now they've paid advantage. Barnard 55 metres out. Here's a goal going to come up. Barnes has got it and bangs it through. This is an awesome performance we're seeing at the moment. Change of direction. Again, a poor kick. They just don't seem to have any direction at all at the moment, the Kangaroos. James Hurd, some fancy footwork, finds Michael Long, who just wobbles the ball down, looking for Mercury, traps it inside 50, cross the ground, and finds Alessio. They have loose players everywhere, the Bombers. Never waste a possession. Alessio directly in front, 45 metres out. He likes it. Just one in the top 35, yet they're undefeated this season.
Long getting Hurd back into the play again as he sits it up. Caracella takes the mark, and he can go back and shoot for Essendon's 6th goal. Probably nowhere else left to try.
You're allowed to clone footballs.
Caracella has kicked another one. Has he, or was it touched? I think it might have cleared the pack. It's another one.
Through their midfielder, certainly on top of the Kangaroos in that area.
So Alessio just thumps the ball down, taken by Lloyd, backtracks and conceded ground to Heffernan, who just wobbles the ball forward. The Bombers need a kind bounce, picked up by Grant. It's a hurried kick. James Hurd, back edge of the centre square, stands and delivers. There's another mark coming up to the Bombers. Mercury just backing back. They could have raffled it. Take him off, not needed.
They're just playing with so much confidence, aren't they?
It could be rotated today. Mercury around the corner, rams it home.
All having a crack at it. Off the ground, King finally get away. Simpson a handball. Rawlings, high kick into the pocket. All Essendon. Wallace flew and made it his. Who takes the mark?
Well, I can't recall.
7-6 to 1 straight as Pickett goes looking for McKernan. Oh, big leap from Dean Wallace. He takes it.
I think the Bombers will let the Kangaroos off the hook here with some shooting at goal. It just might have known. Another goal to the Kangaroos will really lift the confidence. Big pack of players. Archer showed a lot of courage. Kept his eyes on the ball. Lucas, long raking handball to Blumfield, who's a goal kicker, and hammers it home. He scrubbed the kick, but a break's not unusual for Sheedy to give to James Hurd. Kangaroos keep on coming. A goal inside the last 2 minutes be very handy. Wallace comes away with the ball. So he's recovered. Kicks the ball short. Finds Ramanauskas. A young player has taken the next step. He's a beautiful kick. He's looking for Mercury. One hand at Mercury. Needs support. Kicks it in mid-air. Lucas! Well, that was great play by Mercury. And from that comes this chance that Scotty Lucas should kick a goal directly in front. Scotty Lucas hammers it home.
That's scored by a point. Last 55 seconds of the second quarter. As that kick in didn't quite find its target, and Lucas keeping it alive. Hurd got it out long. Standing start, just went for the pass. Ramanauskas space around him, takes the mark. So the clock counting down, just 15 seconds remaining as another one goes on the board. Adam Ramanauskas joins the list of goal kickers. Bombers into attack. Carey and McKernan both starting in attack in this quarter. That was a fairly wide kick. Blumfield couldn't take it. Streaming through Johnson. He took it with him. Byron Pickett went without it. Blumfield feeding off Mercedes. High kick to full forward. From behind, Solomon got to the front.
I think the biggest worry, though, Hutto.
And that one looks pretty good. So they have started as they started the match. With a goal. He went very close to going out of bounds. Long, just trying to think and work out what might be the best way to get it through. Didn't work out for him. Hurd from the side. Blakey. Oh, Hurd. He wanted a footy then, didn't he? And won it. Caracella in short. Lucas fell over. Archer went straight over the top. Lucas getting back to his feet and drilling the goal. Was in front. He paid it to Wallace.
Yeah, fair call that. Lang was in front, but Wallace had all of the ball.
I think I'm hearing firecrackers or something. There's noises going off everywhere. The crowd on their feet. Lucas
He's off.
I think there might be lightning behind us, Hutto.
goes inboard.
She's dark.
Well, there's plenty happening out in the middle now. Ramanauskas, probing kick, wasn't it? Long and long. What a time to come and kick your first goal for the afternoon. And he won't kick his first goal because he's going to pass it. And Caracella takes the mark. Blake Caracella. And there'll be some noise when he kicks this one too. Don't worry about that. Oh, just squeezes it in. 2 goals to Blake Caracella. Whether or not Matthew Lloyd can score a goal, his return for the afternoon: 7 kicks, 4 handballs, 6 marks, and 4 behinds. Into the pack, diving effort from Archer. Jacobs kept it up. Mercedes almost a torpedo from a standing start. Whatever it was, it went through.
We haven't seen much of him since about half-time. Is he injured?
Yeah, he is, Jared. It's hard to find out what the problem is, but he's definitely limping on the bench.
Everyone's got a hamstring down at Bomberland, or the flu. In fact, sometimes they have flu-related hamstrings. Long, clever play to Jacobs. Paddles the ball to 50. Hurd under pressure, did well. He's got it. Lloyd is marked in front of Mighty Mick. So Matthew Lloyd, 58 goals for the season. Can he kick his first goal of the afternoon? He's got it.
He'd be devastated, Mick.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely devastated.
Spider, it was a long stretch. Barnes. Well, he's virtually shoveled the ball back to Jacobs, who does well. Gets around Spider, Burton, also Clayton. Martin got a fist to the ball. James Hurd, a centering kick, unselfish play.
Brilliant.
And Heffernan is marked. And they can raffle it also. Michael Long's there. He wants it short. Finally gives it to Wellman.
If you do something undisciplined, you're off, and it doesn't matter whether it's the first minute or the last.
And Wellman has become the 13th bomber to kick a goal. Done well to get through the game. Boundary throw in, good 65 metres around from goal. Little Moorcroft fancies himself in the ruck, does the work at ground level. It was great work to Fallon Solomon to Ramanauskas. Some youngsters combined. Pickett comes through hard. Johnson on hands and knees. Hand pass out to Moorcroft. He might get his just desserts and kicks a goal. Well, he did the ruck work.
Only 2 plays. Moorcroft and Wallace haven't done that, so they share the workload around. And 14 goal kickers, as you said, Kev, before.
Well, last second of the match, there it is. So the Bombers make it 13 from 13. And the Kangaroos, who didn't score in the opening quarter, ultimately suffered and had no real chance, the way the Bombers played, of getting back into it. They kicked 7-5 in the first quarter to 0. And after that, it was a struggle. 17-17, 119 to 11 goals for 70.